Aloha guys, happy Sunday. So we're gonna go over care tip for Echveria Holy Gate. So this is my Echveria right here. It is in a 4.5-inch pot. Okay, the dog wants attention. She's like, stop looking at the plants. Thank you very much, dog. Okay, back on plan. Okay, so this is a 4.5-inch pot, and okay, let's see, carrot tips. So for soil, it should be in 50-50, so 50% gritty mix and 50% organic soil would work best. For sunlight, 6 hours. Direct sunlight, or if not, you can give a little more than 6 hours if it's near the windows. So you can usually tell that they are a healthy plant based on how close the rosettes are. So as long as it's not stretching out and etiolating, it should be healthy and happy. Now, how do you tell whether or not your Echveria is thirsty? So what you do is, the easiest way for me to tell is touching the leaves, but how you tell is not the bottom leaf, the middle leaf. So here you can tell when you squeeze lightly, you're not putting a lot of pressure, just a light squeeze, and you can see it wrinkling right there. It might even wrinkle without you squeezing it. That's telling you it's thirsty. Here's the second one. There you go. This is the third one, and then these are the top leaf. It doesn't really go in. And now we're going over how to water our Echeverias. So this is the bottom watering method. So how I water my Echeverias are going from thirsty, so really thirsty. They're all like getting, it could get more thirsty, but this is the amount I usually like when the middle leaves are thirsty. And then I put my whole tray. You can, the great thing about terracotta is you can see where the water is level at. I put my whole tray into the water. The reason why I do this is the wet dry method, so it goes a long time with no water, so you can see it get thirsty. And once it's thirsty, I drench it really hard. That's because that is how these kind of succulents are grown in the wild. They're usually desert plants, so they don't get water for like weeks at a time, and then when it rains, it floods in the desert. So they have really well draining soil for that reason, so it doesn't stay moist and wet in the soil for a really long time. And that is why I like to do the dunk bath method, to make sure it's thoroughly drenched. And also, one of the reasons I like to do the bottom watering is because when you water from the top, it's really hard to actually water Echeverias from the top, mainly because my pot isn't that big. I don't like to have really big pots, so the leaves are covering the pot. And when the leaves are covering the pot, if you're watering from the top, the water is going to get into the leaves, and it may get stuck in the middle of the leaves. At that point, you could rot your leaves or get sunburned. So if your leaves are all wet and there's water droplets inside of it, and then there's like hours of sun, the leaves will be burnt from the water magnifying it, and you'll just have damaged leaves at that point in time. You can see like damaged leaves over here. And so that is why I do the bottom watering, because the water will come in from bottom up. It encourages root growth to the bottom, but it also does not have any water.